Hello everybody, Jazz here. So I decided to do some DIY knotless box braids on myself before the baby gets here. And I want to share this process with you guys from start to finish. So let's go ahead and get into it. So jumping right in, you guys, this is expression hair and it's called Rua. I don't know if I'm saying that right. It is instant locking, flame retardant, and hot water setting. I got all of this hair in the color 1B. I wanted it to look natural, and it's 24 inches, which comes down to most people's butts. It comes down to like my stomach, but that's fine. I want to show you guys the process from the beginning. So what I did was I washed my hair. This is freshly washed hair. I put it in 4 large sections, and then I did small plaits to let my hair air dry. I typically don't use heat, but because I was doing a braided style, I wanted to go ahead and section it off so I could blow dry it and give it a little bit more stretch before I put it into these braids. And this is what it looks like. I took one section down at a time and blow dried it out to get this long stretched out look. Okay, you guys, so I wanted to show you my sections because I'm doing about 3 little pieces of hair per section. They're about 1/4 inch maybe thick. They're not very thick at all. You can kind of see how they look. I'll put one in my hand so you can see what I mean by they're not very thick sections. And I'm doing 3 per braid. So I'm laying them out. I know that a lot of people use I think it's like a threading something that they use, but I don't have that. So I'm in my living room right now. My husband and son went for a walk. I'm watching the Summer League right now. I want to show you guys just how I have everything kind of set up and laid out. I'm going to show you guys here in a little bit how I am doing these braids. But yeah, I want to show you this before I forgot. So this is just what my sections look like. I do so many of them. I'm on my second pack of hair right now, which I'm still in my first section. I got my hair split into 4s. There's my edge control that I'm using on the parts themselves. But I just started my second pack and I am about to get moving right now. Okay guys, so I'm going to stop here for the night because if I don't, my husband is going to give me the stink eye all night long because I try to go to bed a little bit earlier now. As you guys know, I am much further along. I only have like a few weeks left to go in my pregnancy. So he's very big on me getting enough rest. So I'm stopping for the night. I'm gonna show you guys tomorrow how I am doing the braids. I was gonna go ahead and dip this section, but I think I'm gonna wait because I told you guys I got it broken down into sections of 4. Because I did that. That's how I blow dried it and detangled it. I washed it, I detangled it with the conditioner and leave-in conditioner in. Did the plaits all the way down in 4 big sections. Then I washed it all out. And then I showed you guys what it looked like when I was taking the plaits out earlier. Then I blow dry that section out to kind of stretch it some. And then I use edge control. I'm gonna show you guys all those steps though tomorrow. So here's where I am. I wanted to show you guys how they're coming out right now, which, you know, I'm liking it for it being literally the first time I've ever tried these. What I'm really liking about the knotless braids is they are not hurting my head. Like I can pull all these up right now and there's like 0 tension. I'm gonna be able to sleep, all that, no problem. So here's what that looks like, by the way. But here's where we are. So liking them so far. They're coming along pretty quickly as well. I do not have the prettiest or the perfectest of parts. You guys, I'm not like a professional or anything. I just teach myself as I go. And so this is one of those times when I'm teaching myself as I go. So yeah, this is where we're gonna stop for the night. I'm gonna put a scrunchie about here because this is a hot water setting style and they will unravel. And I didn't want to braid all the way down to the ends of the hair because I know they're gonna come apart a little bit. So I'm gonna put a scrunchie on, like I said, about this part here, pretty tight. That way they won't unravel on me tonight while I'm sleeping. So I'll see you guys in the morning when I pick back up on the style. So it is the next day, you guys. I wanted to show you how I am doing these knotless box braids. So first I like to take a piece of hair, detangle it out a little bit, and then I add my leave-in conditioner. You want to add leave-in conditioner of some sort or something in your hair to lock in some moisture under these braids. And then I also do a edge control or an edge tamer, whichever you like, on the roots as well as on the ends to kind of help with the blending process. So I'm going to put a little bit of that argan edge control on my root. I'm going to also run some of it through the ends until the ends get kind of stringy and straight, I guess you could say, before I start to add any hair into these braids. This is very important for the blending process, you guys, because if not, your ends could stick out, and because there's not a whole lot of hair in these sections, it's going to be quite noticeable. So the first thing you want to do is section this hair into 3 equal parts, or section your hair, and then you're going to just start to braid down like you would normally do a 3-stranded plait. Once that middle finger, which I call it my anchor finger, pops out, I add a piece of hair. Now I'm doing 3 pieces of hair in here, and every time that middle finger pops back out, I add an additional piece of hair until I am done with all 3 pieces of the hair, or all 3 pieces are added in there. This usually gives me a pretty full braid, you guys, and it usually comes out pretty smooth with the edge control on there. That's what you're seeing at the top. I'm going to come back to that at the end so you guys can see, but that's what's at the top. And this is also why you want to tie it down, because once you tie your hair down, that edge control is going to start to blend in with your hair, and it's going to just look really sleek and really finished. Now, once you're done adding in your 3 pieces of hair, just go ahead and plait it down to the end. As I mentioned before, you guys, this hair is hot water setting, so I didn't go completely to the ends on all of these braids because I knew they were going to unravel until I dipped them. So I went ahead and finished off the braids, showing you guys the edge control again, and this is where I landed after. I did the front first because I was anticipating having a little help, and I didn't have the help I thought I was going to get on the back, but the front turned out quite nice. So this is after I finished dipping the hair. I did dip the hair in 4 sections, the same 4 sections I blow dried my hair in, you guys. You want to make sure you have boiling hot water, and you want to rebraid the hair down to the ends before you dip them so you get a nice clean finished look. I dipped each section for about 10 to 15 seconds, and it set perfectly, you guys. I didn't have any more issues after that. It didn't unravel. I haven't had any issues with that, and it also helps with some of the frizzies on the end. And now I'm just kind of preparing to go to bed, you guys. What I do is I do a high ponytail, and I kind of wrap it into like this awkward pineapple. It kept coming down, but eventually it worked, and I got them all stuck up in there. And then I put a scarf on after this for the braids themselves. As I said before, I don't have like setting lotion or anything right now, so I want to minimize the frizz and not damage, but I want to protect the hair best I can so it looks as nice and as new as it could possibly look up until I'm ready to take it down and to wear it. And now I am going to bed. And here is what the hair looks like after I've laid my edges, after I woke up and ran my hands through my hair just a little bit, you guys. I absolutely love how these braids came out. They are lightweight, they are comfortable, they are flexible, you guys. This is one of my favorite styles, and I just did it for the first time, but I absolutely love it. Guys, so this is the completed look with this hair. I really do love it, and I think I like it more than regular box braids because of the tension on my scalp. Like, since I started doing the braids, I've been able to slip on my head without any problems. Like, it's been no aches, there's been no pains, there's been nothing. It's very good when it comes to tension on your natural hair and on your scalp, which is so important, especially when it's a protective style. Now, this is something that I have never done before, but I think it turned out really good for this being my first time trying it. I still see like little flyaways like back in here that I need to go through and trim out. But other than that, I love it so far, and this is something I'm going to probably continue to do over the next several months. So once I finished putting or installing the braids, you guys, I did go ahead and dip it into some boiling hot water to seal the ends, because as I mentioned before, they do unravel. This is a hot water set type of hair. So I went ahead and dipped the hair. It did great. I only dipped it for about 10 to 15 seconds in the hot water, and it set the end beautifully. And I just dried it off with a big towel. And then you guys saw last night when I pulled it up into the pineapple at the top of my head, and that's how I slept on it last night. I also tied this part down, that way it didn't fuzz and frizz, because I don't have like setting lotion or anything like that. So if that's something that you're interested in, you might want to try that as well. And if you do setting lotion, you still want to tie it down. It helps minimize the frizz and help kind of protect the hair for a little bit longer. That way it stays really nice, really neat, really cute for a little bit longer. And excuse me, you guys, I keep getting out of breath. Still super freaking pregnant. and I am tired. I am so winded. So I bought 9 bags of this hair, you guys. It was like $3.99 in my local beauty supply store, and I used 5.5 packs. Now the lady that I watched who did hers, she used like 3.5, but I know I got a little bit more head than most people, and I'm okay with that. I understand that my head's a little bit larger. Don't tell my husband, he gets mad when I say that. He said don't talk about his wife. But I knew I was going to use a little bit more. I wasn't sure how much more, because when I do box braids and things like that, I usually go through about 8-9 bags of hair. So I got extra. Not sure if it's gonna take that much or not. So now I just have some left over in case I want to redo some of these braids, which is awesome. But it only took me 5.5 packs, you guys, which is not very much hair. As you guys saw, I used like a 1/4 inch, maybe a little bit smaller of a 1/4 inch, and for 3 little sections for each individual braid. I hope I explained it well enough, you guys. I'm not that great at explaining. I tried, but I'm just not that good at it yet. But I tried. So basically all you want to do is start the braid with your regular hair. And then once you get down, I got down maybe 1 or 2 little passes before I started to add in hair. And what I was doing was waiting for my middle finger, which was kind of like my lead finger to me. And that's when I would add a piece of hair. And every time that finger popped back out, I added another piece of hair. And that's how I got this look. This is 24-inch hair, you guys, but as I said before, I'm 6'2", so a lot of people, it comes closer to their butt. Comes like to my stomach, like the middle of my stomach. Not right now because, you know, my stomach sticks out. So right now it's just sitting on my stomach, but it comes down about to the middle of my stomach, you guys. It's really, really pretty. I did not want to go. I'm gonna tell y'all why I ended up doing it first. Hold on. So I was actually supposed to go to a beauty shop or a salon or to someone to actually get these braids done. My original plan before we moved was to go to my mini-me and get my hair done. But mini-me just had a baby too, so yeah. So I was gonna go to another person to get done, but theirs didn't look as good as hers. And I didn't want to spend $400 or $500, and it didn't come close to what she did for the same price. So I decided I was gonna try to do it myself. Now my husband didn't want me to do that because he was concerned about me getting tired, which is why I spaced it out over a span of a couple of days. He didn't want me to overdo it because I can't sit up. It's like the baby's in my rib cage kicking or something, I don't know. But it's hard for me to sit still for too long. It's hard for me to sit up straight or slouch in any way. And when I'm braiding, I have to kind of slump over. And he didn't want me to do that. But he went ahead and let me do it myself. So I went ahead and did it myself. I was supposed to have help. My help didn't come. Help didn't come. Help was supposed to come for the back. Help didn't show up. So I had to do it myself. And so the back looks a little different from the front, only because of that. I can't see the back of my head, but I'll show you guys anyways. Don't laugh because I can't part back there. I'm not one of those girls that can hold a mirror and part. I don't know how y'all do that. Kudos to y'all. But I can't do that. So here's the back. And it's not that it's not, they're just not as, the parts aren't as beautiful as they are in the front. And even in the front, they're not perfect. So to me, I did pretty good, especially since I've never done this before. And I had to sit there and I'm all pregnant and out of breath. But that was what's supposed to happen. I'm supposed to go in because I'm getting really close to my due date. And at this point, I don't want to fidget with my hair every day, right? And these braids will be so much easier on me. So I went ahead and installed these braids. So not pregnant jazz is probably what it took about between 5 and 7 hours. Because once I started moving, I was knocking out chunks and sections in like an hour. And I parted my hair into 4 sections. That's how I did it. So I washed my hair, blow dried it, and I did some little braids, little plaits to let it air dry overnight. And then each little section, which it was 4, I would take one section at a time, blow dry it out, put some of my leave-in conditioner on it, and then I did that section. So that's how I ended up tackling this, and it worked out really well for me because then I wasn't so overwhelmed by trying to do all of it at once. So worked out great. I hope you guys like this hair. Alrighty, y'all, that's all I have for you today. Thank you all so much for watching this video. If you like what you saw here today, you like me, give this a big thumbs up. And please, before you go, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you all again so much for watching. Thank you to my new subscribers. Hello, welcome to Jazzy61. Welcome to the family. And hello and welcome back to my returning subscribers, to my oldies but goodies. Thank you guys for all of your love and your support, especially during this tired time. I'm tired. But thank you all again. I will see you all hopefully in my next video. Bye, guys.